Now that you know about routes, let me tell you about two more things: controllers and models. For example, we were here, okay. You can write all logic, okay, here. If name equals to something, okay, name equals to dad, okay, do something, okay, like this. You can define a whole lot of code here. So uh, if you do like this, it will make this little bit not that organized, okay. This will look messy. So there is another class called controller, which helps us to organize the code more effectively, okay. So controller is located inside, so let me delete it first. So controller is located inside your app folder, http and controllers. So by default this one controller is here, okay. So here will be controller where we put all the codes, okay, here, okay. So for example, let's put this into controller and let's see if that gives us same uh, result, okay. So to make this controller, first we will use artisan command, okay. So here is just go to your project folder, okay, notebook app, right click and git bash there, okay. So now if you type php artisan, okay, then you'll see whole lot of commands, okay. These are commands which are available. So to make controller, okay, so here is command called make controller here. So make controller, okay. This command will make the new controller. Let's make that. So php artisan make controller. So now give the name of controller. So we'll give test controller, okay. Just follow this convention, capitalize the first letter followed by name controller, okay. So if we hit return, so it will create that test controller inside our http controllers, okay. Here it is, test controller. So by default it will come with this bit of code. So what we were trying to do is we were trying to make this code easy. So what you can do is you can copy from here. So you don't need that, just copy this code, control C, and make new public function, public just give name to the function. I will give it test, okay, and paste that code. So remember, this is the same code which was here, okay. So we copied that code to this test controller inside here, inside this function, test function, okay. Also you need to pass these two variables with this function, okay. So let me copy and paste that. Here it is. So now you can delete this whole lot of code, okay, and instead you can do is just type name of controller, test controller @ test. After this @ this test is the method, okay, the function name here, test, whatever the name this is, here it is, you give here, okay, test. So now this looks lot cleaner than that, okay. So now if you hit this route, okay, see the same result here, okay. So you can change that to whatever you want, okay, jam and office UK, okay, check office is here UK. So This is the use of controller. Okay, this will make the code easier to debug and it will look great. Okay, it is. So next thing you should know about is models. So models are located inside this app folder. Here user is by default. So what model does is it deals with databases. Okay, so it just communicates with a database table. Okay, so the way we define model is, okay, here is user model. So if we define this user model will deal with users table in database. Okay, so plural of the model name will be the database table which this model class will be dealing with. Okay, so we will do that in a moment. So for now just remember. Okay, so now let's start with our project. Okay, so here is a HTML template which I designed, so it is available for you also. You can download. Okay, link is down in description. So here is a simple HTML page. Okay, so if you go to index, this is the home page. Okay, so here if you go to notebook, okay, this is static website for now. Okay, so let's make this dynamic. If you hit new notebook, it will go to nowhere. Okay, if you hit this, it will take you to the notes. Okay, please. So we will make this dynamic. Okay, so that these nodes will be coming from database. We can create new node. Okay, also we can create notebooks according to user. So let's start. So first thing first, let's define the route. So first thing, so the basic workflow in Laravel is you define the routes where it will take us, where what user is going to input. Okay, so make that URL in routes, especially web.php in this file. Okay, so that route will take you to the controller where you will define the several logic. You pull the data from database. Okay, through model, and you pass that data to your view, which will be the HTML template. Okay, so especially blade template. Okay, so you pass that data to these. Okay, so that this will become dynamic. So the basic workflow is routes will take you to the controller communicates with a database through model, and it fetches that data and passes that to your view. Okay, so that is the basic workflow. So let's define new route. Let me delete these all. So here is already the home page. So home page should take us to not welcome. We're gonna define that custom view. So go to resources here, and inside views. Okay, here so let it be. Okay, let's make our new. So if you make new file, right click on views and make new file, we will give that name. So control S, save. Okay, let's give it name front page dot blade dot php. Okay, you should follow this. Okay, this is blade file. We'll be talking about that in detail. Okay, in a moment. For just now, follow. So save. So that will create this front page dot blade dot php file. So now if you go to the template, which you can download from GitHub, link is down below in description. Okay, so this contains this amount of file. So index is our front page. Okay, it will take us to the notebook and individual notes page. Okay, here dist is css, all the images. So if you right click on this template file and open with Sublime, okay, and control A, copy everything and paste it to this front page. Okay, and save it. Now if you go to web.php where your route will be, So this is by default, so we'll define new one. So route take us to the home page. If we go to this home page, we should see that front page. Okay, so return view and front page. Okay, front page. You don't need to type front page dot blade dot php. Laravel is wise enough to know that. Okay, so as long as this is in view folder, so in outside of view, you don't need to specify the folder. So here is front page dot blade dot php. It will take us to that. So let's test that. So if we go to Notebookapp, we should see that. Okay, so css and that other styling are not defined, that's why you see that. So let's add the styling. Okay, so to add that, again go to your that template I provided you, open that. So copy this whole folder dist. Okay, so you can give whatever name you want. Okay, so let it be this distributions. So inside that, here is css. Okay, some images and this js. Okay, so now copy this folder, copy this whole, and go. So we'll be storing our all assets inside this public folder. Okay, so remember, public folder is where your this assets file will be stored. Okay, so here you just right click on any of these file and open containing folder, or you can go to folder from your this www. Okay, so here just paste that distribution. Okay, so you can paste that inside this css also. So for now let's just do that. Okay, now so you can copy and paste that outside, so you can do that. Okay, so I'm leaving that like this. Okay, so now if you go to your this front page dot blade dot php, these are static. Okay, these links will not work, so we will define that in blade. Okay, blade format. So how we do that? So two curly braces like so. So this is equivalent of typing php echo. Okay, like this, php echo something. Okay, this double curly braces is same as typing this. Okay, this is little bit not that much fun to type this. Okay, so blade makes this task very easy. So now if you type asset, so asset is the helper function in Laravel, which will provide us a fully qualified link. We don't need to type http or that much. Okay, so fully qualified link to this distribution, fully qualified link to these assets. Okay, for example public folder, so you can keep that dist inside css. Okay, css folder inside main.css, so that will be the location. So similarly update that for. So if you leave like that, that will also work, but if you go to inside many folders, okay, so it will only work if that is in public folder. So if you change the location on this front page, it will not work. That's why we need this asset helper function. Okay, so replace that with that also. So bootstrap.css. Okay, so now we are linking with these two, inside distribution dist css, bootstrap, and main.css. So let's go to our browser and check it is working or not. Yeah, for some reason it is not working. So if that didn't work, you can check by inspecting. Okay, right click inspect and go to console. So yeah, so it is not loading. Okay, so let's see where error is. So there are some errors. Let's see what that is. So yeah, here are two css. So dot css, so that will not work. So if you don't know what problem is, okay, then right click and inspect. Okay, as I have already told you, I think. So in console you can see what the problem is. Okay, so here this is not loading .css. Okay, so this is not file, so that's why that is not loading. So if you fix that, okay, and save that and reload, yeah, you'll see that. Okay, so now that our links are working, similarly you can replace for them also. Okay, assets. So now you do these two. Okay, pause the video and do it now. Hope you are doing that. Okay, so let's do that together. So now we are done with that. Okay, so let's check that by reloading. Yeah, so that is working. So now your front page is set up. So that front page should take us to our notebooks view. Okay, so we have not made our notebook view yet, so let's make that. So just make two folder, one for notebooks and one for notes. So new folder, notebooks, and another one notes. So all notebooks related will be inside notebooks, and all notes related views will be inside notes. Okay, so now inside notebooks we'll create the notebooks index view. So new file, save that as index dot blade.php. so index means showing things. Okay, yeah, so now let's again go to our template that I provided you. Here it is. So this is notebooks view. Okay, like so. So these are all static, I've hard coded them. So here I've slightly modified the template, okay, so that it will be easier for you to understand. Also it looks prettier than previous one also. Okay, so here is that notebook index page, and here is the individual notes page. Okay, so first note, second note, so it will look definitely better than that. Okay, so now so open that notebooks .html. Yeah, so index was main page. So if you open that in Sublime, okay, so just control A, copy A, sorry, control A. So notebooks index, so this will be the index, means we'll be showing all of the notebooks here. Okay, yeah, so defining this will not be enough, we have to define route. So how to reach there? We reach there by by typing this URL slash notebooks. Okay, slash notebooks should lead us to that location. So function return view, which view? That index. So the index view is not in view, so in outer side like so. Okay, so we have to dig deeper. We have to go to notebooks and then index. So how we define that? Notebooks slash index will do fine. Okay, so this dot in place of that also will also do fine. So this looks better than that. Okay, so I'm gonna use that. So now if you go to notebooks, this should take you to that location. Okay, let's just type notebook.app slash notebooks. Yeah, now we get that view. Okay, so this is not dynamic yet, so we have to make that dynamic. Okay, so doing this is not good. Okay, because we have to write different logic to pull the notebook from database. For now we are just showing that. Okay, this is not what we are going to do in actual project. Okay, in real life I mean. So for that we need the controller that deals with all the logic related to notebook. So let's make that controller. Okay, so head to the folder where you install your app. So www notebookapp, right click, git bash here. So if this is already open, you can type there also. So the command was php artisan. So if you forgot command, you can always look by typing php artisan. Okay, so here make controller here. Okay, so just type that php artisan make controller. So notebooks controller. So follow this convention. Okay, notebooks plural controller. So if we hit enter, that will create the controller for us. So let's get back to Sublime and let's see inside controllers here, notebooks controller. So now let's define the method which will take us to that view. Okay, so public function index. Okay, index. So in web.php just copy this here, index, here, and we replace this function closer. This is also called closer function. Okay, or anonymous function. So notebooks controller @index. Okay, yeah. So now if you reload this, we should get the same thing. Okay, yeah, got that. So it's working. And so now we'll write all the logic, okay, related to that inside here. So now let's make the database, okay, where we'll store our nodes. So next we'll deal with the database.